Greetings and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nerissa. I am a mom, a wife. I've got 3 children, and one of my 3 children is on the autism spectrum. He was diagnosed with autism, ADHD, Tourette's syndrome, learning difficulties, challenging behaviors, anxiety. So I do come here and just share, just have a conversation. And also, this is my letting out platform. It's part of my self-care to just come and talk. As I talk, it's also therapy for me. I'm also learning from myself. You know, they say to teach is to learn twice. So I do come and share the things that I've learned over the years. He was diagnosed with autism about 10 years ago. So over these 10 years, I've learned, I have unlearned, and I have relearned things that are important in life. And I've said before in one of my videos that autism has taught me more about life in general. Some of the lessons that I've drawn from raising my autistic son, I do apply those lessons in my day-to-day life, in relating with other people. So this is a journey that I am proud to talk about, even though it's very mentally draining. It's emotionally exhausting, and it's also full of adventures. It's full of testing a parent's resilience, and it's full of questions, some of them which I haven't received answers yet. That's why I keep learning and I keep looking for answers. And also because this is about a human being, my son, who is growing. 10 years ago, the challenges that were draining us emotionally as a family are not the same challenges that are draining us now. The things that he used to struggle with, he is not struggling with those things, most of them anymore, but he has got new struggles because he has grown older also, and he is 12 years old. That means he is pre-teenager. Next year he will be getting into teenagehood, and we've already started seeing some puberty signs, and the challenges keep coming in different forms, and we have to keep updating ourselves. We have to keep up at the pace so that we are relevant to support him. Some of the things that he really used to work 10 years ago are no longer working now. So in today's video, I want to talk about the importance of staying relevant, supporting your child, the importance of understanding the needs of your child, of the one that you are supporting at any given season and time. The needs become also different. Even me as the mother, the things that were bothering me 10 years ago are not bothering me anymore. The things that really used to irritate me, they don't irritate me anymore. But you find that there are some now new things in my current state of mind, in my current environment, my circumstances. There's also new things that are irritating me. So I have to keep updating my inner software so that I am up to date in terms of being relevant to support my inner system, so that I can adapt and see what I need to do and what I don't need to do. So in this video, I want to talk about the importance of staying relevant as you support your autistic child or autistic loved one. We really need to stay relevant so that we know that this is the individual that I'm supporting and this is their current needs. Is staying updated with their current needs so that you make and you give them the proper and the relevant support that will meet those current needs. That is the conversation I want us to talk about today in this video. So just like even a neurotypical child, when you are approaching 12 or around 12 years of age, there are so many things that are happening. There is transition that is happening in the child's body, within his emotions, and the way you support the child who is approaching 12 or who is 12 years old is different from the way you were supporting him when they were 2 years old. So there is so many things that we have to also make adjustments as parents, and supporting a 12-year autistic boy means learning. It also means growing and adjusting to his needs alongside him as he is growing. And that has been also a very interesting journey. And I was just looking back, the things that we used to do, the things that were used to be the central activities of his routine when he was 5, 6, 7 are not the same activities that are really dominating his routine at the moment. And the things that we used to make decisions for him, to choose for him, these days we are not choosing for him. He is now showing us that no, I decide what I want to do at this particular time. And that transition, we have to respect that. We have to respect that he is an individual, just like any other child. We have to respect also that he can make his own executive decisions. He can decide that this is what I want to wear. I don't want that t-shirt. I want that one instead. I don't want to wear a denim trousers. I want a formal trousers. I don't want to put on that shoe. I want this one. And then we start including him in making those decisions, especially those decisions that has got to do with his personal care, looking after himself. My son loves water, and he will tell you when he wants to bath. He baths every morning. As soon as he wake up, the first thing that he will do, he goes to the bathroom and he baths. He loves soaking in the tub. Then he dresses up and have his breakfast. He will have his breakfast after bathing. And again, at the end of the day, after dinner, the last thing he will do is again go and bath. And sometimes over the past couple of years, we've seen that we used to make decisions on what time he can bath. But these days, he will tell you, sometimes he will tell you, I want to bath as soon as he arrives from school. Or he will say, I want to bath just before dinner. Or I want to bath the last thing before I go to bed. Just seeing him grow into that person who can then make his own decisions depending on his preferences. It's really liberating, and it's also kind of showing us that the person is growing. The person is now understanding what he enjoys the most besides the routine being there. He knows he must bath, but in that block of 2 hours of the evening, he is the one who will decide what time exactly do I want to bath. If we send him to bath and he doesn't feel like bathing that particular time, he will tell us, no, I don't want to bath now. Can I do it later? Or when you think he can bath later, you will even say, can I bath now? And making those decisions also shows that he's growing independent. He's showing us also that he is communicating his needs. Sometimes he does that with actions, sometimes with silence. Silence is also a form of communication for my son. Whatever his style of communication he chooses, listening on our part helps understand who he is becoming and not just who he used to be. So as we listen and pay attention to him, it's like a book that we are reading. It's like we are getting to understand him more and more, and realizing that, oh, the things that used to save him before, they are not saving him anymore. The things that really were important to him before, they were not that important anymore. I remember when he was younger, on the onset of his diagnosis, we used to decide what can calm him down. We used to decide maybe we need to take a walk so that he calm down. Maybe we need to take him to the park, push him on swings so that he can calm down. But these days, he knows exactly what is good for him, and he decides, and he will ask for help if there is need for us to help him to achieve that kind of calmness that he will be looking for. So we have learned also that we need to respect his autonomy. 12 years of age is an age in general of wanting independence, is an age in general for neurotypical children, is an age of making decisions and seeing those decisions being respected, as long as they are within our belief systems, as long as they are within our ethics, our tradition, then we'll definitely accommodate that decision. So we let him make choices. We let him also make mistakes, especially choices about what he wants to wear, what he wants to eat, how he spends his downtime. Those choices, we have given him full autonomy in those areas. What he wants to eat, what he wants to wear, what time he wants to bath, and how he spends his downtime. That is entirely up to him to decide. And being heard has made him feel respected and valued in the family. Just him telling us that, you know what, I don't want to bath now, I want to bath later. And we respect that. It has already shown, it has boosted his confidence in communicating, because he has now seen the benefit of saying, I don't want this, I want this instead. And also the other area in terms of eating here at home, or even when he's going away for companionship with his caregivers, or at school, we have noticed that in the evening, we'll tell him these are the options of snacks. In fact, we actually take him to the shops. When we are doing shopping for the lunch boxes with his other siblings, we include him. We used to just decide what we can put for him. But these days, we have to make sure we include him, because he has to be in the shop when we are picking those fruits and vegetables, when we are picking up those sandwiches, fillers, all that. He has to be there so that he knows what is available in the house. When it's time to pack a snack, he gets involved. He also gets involved in packing his snack, so that already when he's taking that bag going to school, he already knows what is in there. So that has been really, really helpful, realizing that he is no longer that child that we are making all the decisions for. And when he packs his own snack, we have realized that he goes to school and he enjoys that snack, instead of him getting to school and getting surprised, or, oh, they packed nuggets, but I didn't feel like eating nuggets today. So we have now made sure that he is part of the decision making, even when it comes to shopping for his clothes, for his shoes, for his underwear. We have even made sure that he is part of that, so that he knows exactly which clothes are at his disposal to use. Again, even the beddings, when we are making his bed, the days that we change his beddings and the colors that on his bed, he has decisions. He has made a decision to decide what exactly to choose, what exactly should be used in my room. And we also have learned the lesson number 3. So the first lesson is to acknowledge that he's growing. Just that acknowledgement, he is growing. Lesson number 2 is we have learned and we are learning to respect his autonomy. Number 3, we are learning to support his interests, even if they are unique. We are learning to support that, whether he's into trains, codings, animals, or single video games. We dive into that with him, and his passions are how he connects to the world. And we are seeing those passions, how he enjoys doing that, and we make sure we make it a family activity out of that. Once in a while, make him take the lead and show us how it's done. He also loves baking and cooking, and we have seen how he enjoys paying attention to detail and putting in things together. And that has really helped us to respect and support things that he's interested in. Then lesson number 4, we have learned to prepare him for real life challenges, not only just doing everything for him. We've told ourselves he is growing and he is going to be into the world. Then the world is not there to just give him everything that he wants. Sometimes he has to learn to do things himself. When we take him shopping, we make him get his shopping basket. We make him have his own shopping list and look for things that he's supposed to get. He should know which aisle to get a toothbrush. He should know which aisle to get butter. He should know where do I get the fridges in the supermarket. If I want nuggets, where exactly do I go and get them? And he should put them in his basket. And we encourage him a lot to use a self-checkout most of the time, so that he is also able, he's independent to go into the shop, choose what he wants to choose, and go and pay for it, and be prepared to pack again after making the payment at the self-checkout. The world gets louder at his age. At 12, the world is getting louder and louder. There's so much to process. There's so much to take in. School, social rules, expectation. So that means home is a place where we are not going to judge him, where we are not going to rush him. We are not going to compare him. This is the big one. We are not going to compare him. We are just accepting him as he is. And if we are correcting him, we just correct him without comparing him to anyone else. And number 6, we keep learning as parents. We keep learning. What worked when you were 6 years old might not work at all. I remember when he was around 2-3 years old, what worked during school holiday was making sure that every day we wake up, go to the park. We would spend the first hour in the park running around, pushing each other on the swings, sliding, climbing on all those the facilities in the parking lot, so that we exhaust his energy. Then we'd come home, and again late afternoon we'll go back again. That is what worked from the time when he was around 3 years up until around 6 years. These days that does not work. We do go to the park, but not as often as we used to do. Actually, these days he enjoys being alone in his room or being in the lounge, minding his own business while the rest of the family are doing something, and he will come and join us here and there. So we have just allowed to let him be. We allow him to be himself and express him. If he is having a less day and it's a weekend or a holiday, sometimes he will wake up, do his morning routine, come have breakfast, and go back again, lay in bed. We let him be, no pressure. If there's nowhere we are going, we even let him be. So we are learning also to just that he is growing. He hasn't remained stagnant. What he used to enjoy 10 years ago, he's no longer enjoying it. And some of the things he was not even enjoying, but it was a must from our end. We saw that it was working. But that time of imposing is not working anymore. The approach of imposing ourselves is no longer working. So we stay curious, we stay flexible, we stay open-minded. And as we grow in staying curious, in staying open, and in staying flexible, we are also allowing him to grow. We are also allowing him to stay relevant, which means we are staying connected with him, with his current needs. It means showing up and learning with him and letting him being fully himself, because he doesn't need perfection. He needs supporting system. This is what I think what is worked, or what is working rather. I think this is what is working for us at the moment, just watching him bloom into the individual that he is meant to be and support him along the way. It's just like watching a match. Maybe your son is a footballer and you sit there and watch them. All you can do is not kick the ball for them. All you can do from the sidelines is to clap hands for them, cheer them on, give them reassurance that you are there to support them. So this is what I thought, let me share in terms of what we have learned over the years, things that we have found working, and especially now that we are approaching puberty, what we see that is happening in our son, and that we think this is what is working, and these are the things that we need to keep reminding ourselves. Thank you very much for watching, and please remember to turn on the notification button so that the next time I drop a video, you will also get a notification that there's a new video. And please do let me know in the comment section what are the things we should do for a 12-year-old to support them, to make sure that they grow into that unique individual that they were created to be. I look forward to hearing from you, and thank you very much. You keep well. See you in the next video.